Hello, beautiful people. It is I, the Milo Evergreen here. Now, my pronouns are he, him, but if you got something juicy to tell me or you root me on, girl is an exception. And welcome back to another episode of Tea with V. All right, so you know what time it is. I know what time it is. We both know what time it is. And it is time for some hot chai topics. All right, so let's get to it. Let's get right into it. Yes. All right, so as you and I and the whole world knows now that Queen Elizabeth II has officially passed away at 96 years old. Now, a lot of people that I know and that you may know and that everybody knows are mourning her death and celebrating her death. Now, for me, I'm the type of person who loves life and who celebrates life and who doesn't hold life for granted at any means. So I am going to be the one who is going to mourn the loss of Queen Elizabeth. Now, I did see a post on social media saying that, if you're Black and you post RIP to Queen Elizabeth, then you didn't pass history class. Now, I'm not dumb when it comes to separating the Queen and the monarchy. Now, the monarchy has done some really effed up things. Now, on account of this picture right here, as gorgeous as it is, now the crown that she's wearing, some of the jewels, really priceless jewels, were stolen from Africa. So I'm not no dummy when it comes to the situation of, what homegirl has done, especially what the monarchy has done as well. But that was somebody's mother and that was somebody's grandmother. All right. So to me, in my personal opinion, I'm sending all my light, love, and positivity to the royal family during this difficult time. And RIP to the Queen. Now, another person that I want to talk about who is celebrating her mother's death is Jeanette McCurdy. Now, if you don't know this girl, Jeanette McCurdy was on a show that I grew up watching, was iCarly. She played a confident woman who, loved fried chicken, who beat up people. She played a very iconic, confident woman, when actuality behind the scenes, this poor girl was getting abused. Yes, abused by her mother. Now, she recently wrote a book called I'm Glad My Mother Is Dead. And a lot of people are very shocked about that title, but when you read it, it really talks about the struggles that she had when it came to trying to please her mother. Now, she also did not want to be an actress by any means. She was forced to acting because that's what her mother wanted to do, but her mother couldn't because she had breast cancer. Yes. So homegirl was going through so many emotions when it comes to, her mother. Now, for me, I'm like maybe 15 to 20 steps away from what this girl has been through with her mother. Now, I'm not saying that I've had the extent of what she had, but I definitely know how it feels to have an abusive mother, for sure. Now, what I appreciate about her is that she has been open and vocal about sharing her experience and not letting other people dictate her life or understand. Well, she probably quit because, she was also in a show with Ariana Grande, and that wasn't the case at all. She just wanted to be free from all of the celebrity life and just have a normal life, essentially. I don't know what she's doing now, but what I do know is that she's promoting the hell out of this book. This book is really, really great, and when I tell you this book is sold out, sold sold out, so I'm happy that she's getting the recognition, and instead of being a victim of it, she owns it. And I think that's beautiful, because I'm in that same realm too. I'm not a victim, I'm a survivor, and I survive certain family pathologies that I choose to cut and break and not continue on doing. And just shout out to Jeanette for being so brave and confident. And yes, oh my goodness, we love that for you. Now, speaking of motherless daughters, a motherless daughter that you know very famously is Ariel. Oh yes, and who is playing Ariel? None other than Halle Bailey, yes, or Halle Bailey, one of the two. Halle, I'm just gonna call you. Halle is playing Ariel in the official Little Mermaid live action version, which I'm excited for, but other people aren't excited about it on account of oh yes, I know, it's crazy. It's like nowadays, from what I'm gathering, is that people really don't want other people to see representation within themselves. But the interesting about it is that, cover your ears, children, or if you got children around, but Ariel ain't even real. And people are bugging about this mythical creature on account of her skin color. Hello? What is wrong with people? But all in all, let's watch the trailer, because the trailer is amazing. And roll the clip. Just roll it. Now, when I saw that trailer, I boohoo cried, because I was like, thank God we have black and brown kids who are going to be so excited to see themselves on the big screen. Does that make sense? And I'm going to say that this movie, which is going to come out May 2023, this movie right here is going to be, I think it's gonna break the box office. I think it's gonna outdo Black Panther, in my opinion, because I think this will be the new Frozen. Remember Frozen? You couldn't escape Frozen. Frozen was everywhere. Everybody and their mama know about Frozen. Let it go, let it go. You know what I mean? So I think this will outbeat Frozen. I think this will outbeat Black Panther, and this is gonna be the box office explosion. Mark my words. I'm looking forward to watching this, and yes, I will be the adult alongside of other little goobers, pushing them aside and saying, listen, I've been waiting for a Black Mermaid for a business minute now. So I'm looking forward to watching the new movie. Let me know in the comments if you're looking forward to it too. Now, a Canadian TV anchor by the name of Lisa LaFlemme recently got let go of her job because she was sporting some gray hair. Oh yes. Oh yes, oh yes. Can you believe that this still is happening? I don't know why we can allow men to rock gray hair, such as Anderson Cooper, but that kind of doesn't count because apparently he's been going gray since he was 15 years old, maybe. So that's more of like a genetic thing. But still, we see a lot of men with gray hair still reporting news, and we can't allow women to do so the same. Now, first of all, I think the problem that people are having when it comes to women and having gray hair, as an outsider looking in, don't judge me. I'm here for my classics and my elder brothers and sisters. I'm here for y'all. But I think from what I've noticed about people reacting to women with gray hair is that when you think of a woman with gray hair, you think of an older lady who has long gray hair that's frizzy, that is unkept, and that, you know, doesn't look, you know, good, when actuality, people my age are dyeing their hair gray and silver. So I don't understand what the big problem is. Now, for me, the reason why I appreciate people who rock gray hair is because not all, but from the people that I know, hold a lot of wisdom in their gray hair. And another person that I know who rocks gray hair well is none other this woman right here, Graham Joan. All right, this woman slays her gray hair and rocks it well. Talk about a blowout, French press, nice cut ends. Like, Graham, you know how to rock gray hair. But overall, Lisa, you look phenomenal in your gray hair. And I also dig the fact that Wendy's, the girl with the red hair and the pigtails, they changed their logo to Wendy with gray hair. And Dove also shouted her out. And a lot of people were sending a lot of love her way. And there was a hashtag on Twitter says, keep the gray. And you know me, I dig a man with some salt and pepper, in my personal opinion. So all in all, apparently Lisa has got a new anchor job, so she's doing all right. And we need to end the stigma of women rocking gray hair. It's all about how you style it, in my personal opinion. But gray is in and sexism is out. All right, so we're moving right along in a segment I like to call Sipping on Some TikTok Tea, baby. So let's get to it. All right, so I have a few videos that I want to discuss about you that I found on TikTok that I feel are great conversation starter. Now, this video is by the user Teachers Off Duty Podcast, and this particular teacher talks about kind of encouraging a student to drop out. Roll the clip and I'll get back to my commentary.
I had a kid who never turned in anything. I mean, he would come to school, he didn't want anything to do with me. I tried parent-teacher conference, they were uninvolved. Didn't want anything to do with me. He was a junior or a senior, and he would draw, and they were amazing. And I was awesome. I said, dude, you're a really, really good artist. I said, what do you want to do? And he's like, I want to be a tattoo artist. And I was like, wow. Yeah. I said, that's cool. I said, you can just go do that now. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, well, they hire, and you're old enough to get a job. Just go tattoo. Don't do this. And he quit. Like, he dropped out of school and became a tattoo artist. But no, I talked to him like months later. He's like, I love it. He's like, I don't know why I was there. He was like, I just knew what I wanted to do. He's like, and he wasn't going to pass anything.
Right.
And he was just there taking up his time. I'm like, pursue your passion.
That was probably good life-changing advice for him, though.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting about this story is that it kind of brings me back to a time when I was in high school. So to make a long story short, when I was in my special education class, shout out to Jen, my special education teacher, on account of my dyslexicness. I remember that after high school, when I graduated, they wanted me to do this program for life skills that I believe was 2 years. That I would have to be a part of this program, and it was optional. I didn't have to, but they really wanted me to do this program. But for me, I was so in my head about wanting to become a performer and being an artist and hustling and grinding and making connections and being, in the arts. And so I was so conflicted of whether or not I should really pursue this life skill, program for 2 years or just jump right into my art. And I talked to Jen about it, and Jen was like, listen, you're a boy of a certain age now where you get to choose what you want to do with your life. And if you really want to be an artist, you better stick to it. You better be about it. You better breathe and live and die for your craft. She gave me the confidence enough to pursue my dreams and to really be about my artistic endeavor. And obviously I stuck it out in high school because I really wanted to drop out, but I stuck it out anyway. And I'm very proud of myself that I got to be the person that I always wanted to be, and that was someone who was creative, doing creative things confidently, making money, and feeling a sense of knowingness and feeling proud of my decision. Now, granted, maybe I could have done a year in that program, but I don't fully regret it at all because, life happens in many different ways, and people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And I thank Jen for that because I don't think I would have been confident enough to pursue that. Now, granted, homegirl wanted me to be happy regardless, so I'm glad I made the right decision. Thank you, Jen, for always being such an inspiration to me. I thoroughly love and appreciate you. Shout out to you, Jen. All right, so this next video is about a woman reacting to a man who decided to go date 50 women in all 50 states And this is what she had to say, and then I'll come back. All right, so roll the clip.
And let me just show you why he's getting a lot of hate. I think it's fair to say that my guy has a type.
In all my life, I ain't never wanted to force a man that didn't like me to like me. I never seen a man that don't date women that look like me and go, well, I've got to show him what he's missing. I go where I want to, and I go where I'm wanted. This man is receiving hate because he used his own time and his own money to travel to 50 states and date 50 women that he found attractive. God forbid we fuck with people we actually find attractive. The real issue is we see people we're attracted to and then we get upset because they're not attracted to us. Sorry, not everybody fits on the rasta. We'll be mad as hell and I don't know why. Well, he said he don't like bigger women. Right, there are men that prefer bigger women. Well, I never see him date a black girl. Right, well, there are men that only date black women. Well, I'm gonna force him to date me anyway, then I'm gonna act surprised when he treat me like shit. Okay, girl. Man, they did shit wrong. Y'all just want to be mad.
Now, I agree with her 1,000%. Why would I go to somebody who's not interested in me or doesn't find me attractive? I'm not about to waste my time proving somebody that I'm worth their love. You know what I mean? And I think that everybody is so sensitive nowadays when it comes to personal preference, in my opinion. I just think that when it comes to really wanting to connect with somebody, find somebody who's attracted to you. Find somebody that you know that is into you. Now, you can't be mad at this man for wanting to only exclusively date white women when you absolutely know that there are other men who like to date outside of their race and who only prefer black women. You see what I'm saying? So what homegirl said, I absolutely, utterly agree with. And, you know, for me, I was the type of person who only dated, you know, white guys exclusively because that was my preference. Again, I'm brought up in a small white ass town. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. But when I got older and I started venturing out and looking at my options, I was like, oh, wait a minute, I can get down with the brown, you know, and I ask other guys too, are you down with the brown? You know, is he down with the brown? If he's trying to introduce me with are you down with the brown? I just need to know because I'm not about to waste my time with somebody who's not down for me, for my people, and all of that. Do you know what I mean? Go after the people who are into you and don't waste your time proving your love to somebody else who doesn't deserve it. All right, keep it pushing. We got one life, one vessel. And you think I'm going to waste it on somebody who's not serving me justice? Child, please. But I want to know what your thoughts are. So hit up that comment section because I definitely would love to have a conversation about this. All right, so we're moving right along in the next segment, which is personally one of my favorites. And of course, it is Ask V. Now, Ask V is where you submit your questions and concerns, and you just need a little bit of advice that I'm happily to give you. So let's read one of our Ask V's. Hello V, my name is Patricia. Hi Patricia. I live in Upstate New York and I have a 15-year-old daughter that recently told me that she does not feel like a girl, but feels like a boy and wants to start transitioning. Now, I'm a woman of a particular age who has lived in a different generation, and I don't have the proper tools to have these types of discussions with her. I want to support her, but I also want her to really think about what she's considering doing to her body. So how do I approach this conversation to her without her feeling like I'm throwing the idea of what she wants to do out of the window? First of all, thank you, Patricia, for this beautiful, beautiful Ask V. Well, first of all, I appreciate the fact that you are willingly wanting to learn and research how to have these types of conversations with your child. First and foremost, A+ on that. That's really dope, and I'm so glad that you are willing to want to have these types of conversations. Now, the best advice that I could give you is that see if there's any local LGBTQ centers to bring your child to and have those types of dialogues of ways of options of transitioning and whatnot. I also maybe strongly suggest family counseling as well. Maybe find a therapist who is in the LGBTQIA+ community instead of just a straight one. Well, not unless you find a good straight ally who also researched about these types of conversations. But I think that as long as you're open and willing and wanting to make your child happy. I say trust your child, but also maybe wait a year or two, have these conversations, and if they still feel the way that they're feeling now, then I would go for it. But overall, I appreciate you wanting to do the effort and the work. I think it's very, very, very noble of you, and I absolutely believe that this child is definitely in good hands because they have a mother like you who was willing to do the work. Thank you so much for your question. So moving right along, we're jumping into another segment, which I love to call Show and Tell, and I got something to show you, so let's get to it. So first and foremost, I would love to thank everybody for tuning in to Watching Tea with V. I love and appreciate you so dearly, and I've been getting beautiful messages and comments, and it's just been so monumental, and it just warms my heart, honestly, because if you're consistent in what you're doing, you get amazing, beautiful feedback, and you grow and you blossom, and I just feel I just feel really powerful and very creative and happy. And so the thing that I would like to show y'all on the Tea with V, journey is that we have official posters. Oh yes. So we got 2 posters. I don't know if you can see them properly enough because you know me, I love a gloss. Yes, I love a fine glossy finish. So yes, gloss. But we have 2 Tea with V posters, and I'm gonna have them up around town in Millerton and some other places in upstate New York, and when I'm back in the city Friday, I'm gonna put some posters up. But if you find one of these posters, you'll notice that there's a QR code in the corner, and all you have to do is scan it on your phone, and it takes you right here to watch all the latest episodes of Tea with V. And I'm just very happy and proud that these are finally in my hand. Shout out to More and More. They are a printing company in Millerton, and they do a phenomenal job. And I'm very pleased. And it took me a moment to design these posters. I'll have it up right here so you can see on the count of the gloss. But it took me a business moment to really figure out how I wanted to present, the show and the new era of Tea with V, because we're in season 5 right now, which is crazy. And I'm just very happy and very blessed, and I look forward to having guests come on the show. Oh yes, I got a whole couch on this other side of the camera and whatnot. So I'm definitely going to be having interviews really soon. So, but when you come across this poster, make sure to take a photo with it and tag me at Milo Evergreen on my Instagram, and feel free to scan it and send the link to your best friend, and just have a watching party of Tea with V, because I'm watchable. I'm lovable. I put on these nice outfits. This ain't no just ordinary podcast. You hear my audio-ness through my music. All right, we're gonna give you the visual. So yeah, I love it. I'm grateful, and thank you again for always tuning in. I appreciate y'all. All right, so you know me. You know I like to be a part of the community. I like to check in on people, and I like to go out and venture out and enjoy my quality time with thine self or someone special in my life. Stay out of my business. But this is a segment I like to call the Milo Out and About. Oh yes. Now, I was fortunate enough to go to this amazing restaurant called The Old Inn on the Green. Now, this restaurant is absolutely delicious. Now, I believe it's 5 stars, and it's won a diamond, in the restaurant world, or I saw a little diamond plaque. I don't know what it's called. But overall, this restaurant is really good. It's located in Massachusetts, and I have to say, I ordered a steak, and when I tell you that steak was delicious, nutritious, and juicy, and cooked all the way done. Yes, don't judge me. I don't like blood and red in my steak. All right, I am a vampire in the bedroom, but when it comes to my food, I don't like seeing blood in my food. I don't. So I like my steak well done, and I don't know what steak sauce they use, but that when I tell you that steak was delicious and juicy, oh my Lord heavens. Also, I had this soup. Now, on account of my blackness, I'm out of the loop. Now, I was served this amazing soup chilled. Now, is chilled soup a white people thing? Or is it just a thing that I haven't been adapted to? I'm not judging on my vanilla brothers and sisters. Please inform me in the comments. But I had a chilled soup and it was delicious, but it was a little distracting, but it was still good. Oh, it was still good. But yeah, check out this restaurant. This restaurant was absolutely stunning. And also, I got a lot of love in this outfit. Now, let me tell you about this outfit. So, I posted this picture on my Facebook, and everybody and their mama were giving me all types of love. Now, this dress is from Fashion Nova. I'm wearing the same necklace that I got from Lauren's Unique Boutique. The shoes were Amazon. The wig was Amazon. The purse was Fashion Nova as well. But I love it. It's a cute little number if you ask me. But thank you so much for all the love and support on this outfit. I really do appreciate it. But go check out this restaurant because it's very delicious. A little bit on the pricier side, so I would take your loved ones out maybe once a year or something like that. But overall, I give this restaurant 10 out of 10. The food was great, the service was fantastic, the dessert was absolutely stunning, and it was very cute and very romantic if you ask me. All right, to close out in today's show, we have to read the quote of the week. Now, the quote of the week is by Michelle McCool, and they say this: I'm taking each day one day at a time and building up my strength and endurance. It's crazy because it takes no time at all to lose everything you have and then so much time to gain it back. And that was by Michelle McCool. But in conclusion, thank you so much for tuning in today's episode of Tea with V. If you like what you see and you want to become a Vamizer, head over to my website, vamilomusic.com. Anything and everything about me is on there except my birth certificate or social security number. And don't forget to like, comment, and share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get news on when we upload, which is Wednesdays. All right. I love you so much. Please be safe, sanctified, and sanitary under these self-reflecting times. And of course, I will catch you all in the next video. All right. Mwah. Ciao.